Hello there, and welcome back to another CFD cookie with Wolৰীষ্টDynamics. And this time, I would like to introduce you to, it's not a new tool, old tool, but probably a new cookie or video in our channel, which is Salome Platform. And I want to introduce you to this tool because I received a few requests that, okay, can you show how to use this tool? Or some people asking that this tool is useful. And I do agree, it's a good tool, it's an open source tool, a free tool, but it is not at the same level as commercial tools. Just to give you some context here, you have the link in the video description, but what you can do with this tool, you can do a lot of stuff. So you can do your geometry, your CAD, you can repair your geometry, and you can do meshing. And then you have a lot of stuff that you can do that I'm not going to address for the moment. Probably later there is some optimization and so on, but for the moment I will focus into CAD and meshing. Okay, the tool you can install. By the way, also this tool can be linked with Salome Maker, which is the tool for solid mechanics, and then Salome CFD for CFD. It's another tool. It's not the traditional openfoam or fluent that we address. It's always open source boss tool, but you have now the extension, then you have Hydra and so on. I will focus mainly, as I say, Shaper, which is the geometry, and then SMesh, which is the meshing tool. Here in resources, you have documentation, very important. And then you can download the tool also, and you can install the tool in Windows, Linux, and so on. I'm going to show you the tool in Linux in a virtual machine. Probably not ideal, but doesn't matter. It works the same way. I have to say that the tool is not very stable, at least in Linux. I don't know if it is because I'm working on a virtual machine. I would say no, because I use it also in some clusters, and it's a little bit unstable, so be careful, it might crash. So always save every now and then, save everything that you are doing. In Windows, it tends to be more stable. Talking about documentation, you have it here. So basically now you have some YouTube channel and so on. So go to user documentation and you will have everything. As I say, I'm going to focus in the shaper and mesh model. Then you have a geometry model, and not to create confusion, geometry model used to be the old version of how to create the CAD, the geometry in Salome. It was horrible. It was terrible. And actually, it wasn't parametric. So that was the issue. So there was some notebook, but a priori, you need to know what you want to parameterize and then assign those variables to whatever you're doing. So it was really, really difficult. Now the developers introduced Shaper, which is a parametric tool. As I say, it's not at the same level of commercial tools. Okay, but it is starting to work. You can script everything in Python. I'm going to show you that, but just spend some time in the documentation. You have the help and everything. But as I said, Shaper and Mesh tool, geometry is something that is not used anymore, and probably is used for repairing the geometry. Probably there will be a video on that. So what I would like to do is to compare now Salome with what you can do in a commercial tool. So I am a big supporter of Onshape. I love this tool. Okay, I'm not endorsing the tool here. This is not publicity, but it's a beautiful tool. But any commercial tool like SolidWorks or Fusion 3D that actually is free, Pro-E, whatever, it will do a much better work than Salome. The main drawback, usually many tools, they run in Windows. You see here that Onshape, it is a web basis, so you don't have that restriction. But when the tool runs in Windows, and then on the other side you do all your heavy lifting, or CFD simulation, optimization, whatever in Linux, it is difficult to make the both operating system talk Windows, Linux, but it can be done. Okay, I have done it. Okay, but it's a little bit tricky. But in any case, I would like to compare Onshape, now a fully professional tool, with Salome, that here, let me show you. Okay, as I mentioned, I'm running a virtual machine, probably not the ideal setup, but it does work. You can do it also in WSL, it works perfectly. As I say, it's a little bit unstable. So to show you, exactly the same case, okay, we have here And this is when I talk about parametric CAD, this is what we want to do, okay? You have everything parameterized, you can change everything, update it, you need to repeat steps, okay? So you have variables and so on. And I try to reproduce exactly no the same, no parameterization, the geometry is exactly the same parameterization here. As you see, it is very similar, but when you start to work, you will see that there are some things that it is not as friendly as Onshape or any other commercial tool, that they are very straightforward. So that is what I will show you using this simple geometry 3D, okay? And then we're going to move, okay, to some other geometries to do dimension and to show you know that here you have the drop down menu. Later we're going to address now the configuration, but which, by the way, maybe you install it will be a little bit different from what I have here. So remember, right click here and you can just select everything that you want to see here. So I have the basic stuff, but here you have the shaper, and then you can move to, as I mentioned, geometry is pretty much the same, but you don't have the parameterization, but you have the repair tools. So I think I will prepare a video on this one because this can be very useful, but it's the repair that any other tool will do, okay? And then you have here the meshing, okay? So you go to meshing, and this is the mesh that we have. So as you see, this is a nice mesh. It's a tetra mesh. So here you can do tetra, quad meshes, structure meshes. Then for tetra, you can convert that into poly, okay? But in any case, it's a very nice mesh. And what I want to also stress here that contrary, you know, I'm talking now about openfoam. If you use openfoam, you know that Snap is very difficult to do very fine meshes. Here, that is not the case. You can do perfect boundary layer meshes, okay? So it works very well, but to arrive here can be a little bit tricky. So hopefully I'm going to show you that. But as you can see, it's a nice mesh. As to you have it here, you can also create, you know, let's say the name it selection or the patches, whatever you want to call it here. So this is what your solver can be openfoam, fluent, whatever will read, and then run your simulation. Okay, so everything can be export. So here you have export, you can export your mesh, or you can export your geometry. Also, as you go back to geometry model shaper that we were using, and you select your entity, that will be this one, and you go export, and then you have to CAD format, whatever CAD format, or you have the STL. Okay, so hopefully no, we will cover everything to show you, and I think I hope to give you a brief idea how to use the tool. I like to use the tool, and I used to use it a lot of time ago, and I still use it a little bit, but I haven't used it too much because I'm not doing too much optimization lately, doing something else. And you can couple this perfectly with Dakota or whatever optimization tool, because you have the Python scripting, and just to show you here, you will have something dump or study, and then it will save everything that you do here is scripting in Python. Every commercial tool will have the same. Also, Onshape have its own API in Python, so you can do exactly the same. But anyways, so that's all. This is the introduction. Okay, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this geometry in Onshape, then reproduce the same in Salome, and then do the mesh of this one. And then we move to something else that to show you, for instance, the classical cylinder case. So see here that probably you're very familiar. We have the traditional meshes using block mesh. Here is different on structure. So see that we have quad meshes here, triangular meshes here. And if you zoom in pro, hopefully we're going to see here the boundary layer that it works perfectly all the time. Okay, so we're going to do this. So but I need just to give you some warning how to do scenes, how to create these domains, because we have sub meshes and so on. So first, we start with the simple single meshes, sub meshes, how to link everything, how to use hypotheses and so on. And then the shaper. Now this is geometry. Remember that openfoam is fully 3D, so we need to create a 3D mesh. So see that we have the structure here, but first we do it into the simple scene, and then we move to 3D destruction with nothing changed, but just to show you the incremental step. So that's all that we're going to do. I hope you will enjoy this cookie, and see you in the next videos. Bye.